on. I'm almost a year sober. Thank you. Yeah. I like the applause break for that. I did it for Dick. Did it for Dick. Again, I'm in my late 30s. I needed to find somebody. You know, I was scrolling through apps. I was having sex with 22-year-olds and telling them to fuck off. And so I did the responsible thing, and I was somebody's one call from jail when they got a DUI. Yeah, I've never been somebody's one call from jail. This is the most flattering experience that's ever going to happen to you. I was like he, you know, called me and was like, hey, like, you know, I'm not gonna be around, like, you know, I'm like handcuffed to a bar right now because I got arrested. Yeah, and I was like, are you okay? He's like, no, not really. I'm like, you need someone to pick you up? And he's like, that'd be great. And I was like, yeah, like, where are you? And he's like, give me the address. And I'm like, I'm sorry, am I your one call? Let's get married, because are you kidding me? Wow, you chose me. You have parents, you have siblings, you know what I mean? You got a couple neighbors. You chose me. I also learned that the one call from jail is on speakerphone to the entire precinct. I didn't find that out until the next day. So I didn't find out until the next day that, you know, he's like, I hung up the phone and was like, well, Ellen's drunk, so might as well just get cozy here in jail. But yeah, but I love saying that I'm sober because everyone gives you an applause break and it's just like, I'm a predator, okay? I did it so that he would have sex with me. It's fun. It's fun to be like, you know, he's like, ooh, I'm an alcoholic. And I'm like, OMG, samesies. It's like, I also like whatever fucking band you like. Yeah, please don't leave. Please don't leave me. I need it. Yeah, it's working out. It's great. I probably will start drinking after. I miss it so much. Oh my God, like I was probably due for a DUI too. You know, I was just like, had more money for Ubers, you know what I mean? Apparently he's broke, I don't know, good for him. Good for him. Yeah, I've been, you know, telling people about my my boyfriend, and I know that dressed like this, everyone's like, is that a joke? Yes, I get all of these buttons came from every vagina I have been inside, and that is true. Okay, I am also, you know, wait for the other team whenever they need a, you know, pinch hitter. I jump in, yeah. I also, like, it's weird, like, right now in comedy, like, everyone has to ask you what you identify as, and I find that to be weird. Like that they're just like, hey, you want to be on the show? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, are you queer? Are you bi? Like, and I'm like, why does this resume bullet come up? You know, where it's just like, well, I mean, Kristen, it was kind of gay, but we were drunk, you know what I mean? But like, this was a sober lesbian experience. Does that count? You know, like, this was threesomes, I don't know, kind of straight, kind of gay. Like I just, it's weird. It's weird that they keep asking me that. But yeah, like people, I have comics hit me up and the one asked me recently, never talked to them before in my life, they said, yo, Ellen, you queer? It's just like, what, you queer? Like, I was like, okay. And like, I was like, I don't know how to answer that, but I will ask ask a question with your question. How much does the gig pay? Because I will talk about it. Yeah, I'll talk about those girls. You know what I mean? For stage time. I don't know why that hasn't made the alphabet yet. That's just making mom away. You know what I mean? Add that letter. That's what gets me off. But I was, you know, got booked for an LGBTQ show, and I was like, you know, yeah, thank you, woo, yeah. But like, honestly, I'm like, there should be a woman on one of those shows anyway, because like, all girls are like, a little gay. We are. It's like every girl has like peed in front of her friends, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like bitching about your girlfriend at work, and then she's like, hey, I gotta get ready, I'm gonna go take a shower, and you like go in the bathroom, and you're like, oh my God, and Stacy pisses me off, and she's like, yeah, I know, like in the shower, and you're like, oh, I love the smell of your body wash, and she's like, you wanna try it? And then you're shower. You know, girlfriends. Like, there's nothing weird about that. Like, it's not like, I didn't have to like tell my parents like, hey, I'm gay. Like I was just like, hey, I showered. Super clean. They're like, you smell great. I'm like, yeah, you should go to Kim's house. It's, bergamot, new favorite scent. So good. Yeah. Or guys, it's different. Guys can sit down and like lean on a guy's knee by accident, and they're like, well, I have to call my dad. Things have changed here. But girls, like, we're all like, we could all be like, I'm a little gay. I'm not. You know, like. Girls kiss each other to impress a guy they want to sleep with. Like, that's like our tactic. You know? It's like in 5th grade, you're like, I'm gonna steal your hat. And then like 10th grade, you're like, I'll make out with her if you make out with me. Is that does that make me attractive? But yeah, I got booked for this LGBTQ show, and I showed up with my boyfriend, my heterosexual boyfriend, and he was like, am I allowed to like act like your boyfriend here? Like, or should I? And I was like, get away from me, straight white male! Like, you're the problem, patriarchy! Like, I was like, no, just don't talk to me after the show, you know? And we're at this bar. He's wearing flannel because he's a fucking straight white male. And this other flannel guy comes up to him and goes, us flannel boys gotta stick together. And my boyfriend goes, hell yeah, brother. And I'm like, you're blowing our cover. Like, what are you? Hell yeah, brother. I'm like, what type of fucking Hulk Hogan bullshit? Like, God, everyone's gonna know we're straight. But he gets hit on by this guy, I get hit on by a girl, and then we left together. And I was like, something's weird, like where people are like, there's no way that those two are doing it. There's no way. We're like, no, we are. They're like, no, they're not. Yeah. I like that, like, there's names for the male, like, gay hierarchy. Like, women, it's just like, you're a lesbian, you know? Like, you can get, like, butch lipstick, but, like, it's like, we're just beautiful women. It's fun, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to identify it, right? But guys, like, there's bears, you know what I mean? And, like, just, like, all sorts of animals. And my boyfriend was very proud. It's a lot of animals. My boyfriend was very proud. He was like, I was actually told I'm an otter. And I was like, what's an otter? And he was like, well, it's like a, you know, and he looked it up and he was like, oh man, it's just an old twink. And I was like, yeah. At one point, you would have looked amazing covered in glitter. You know what I mean? But now you're just phasing out, you know, becoming